I, Ramesh Kumar, Sukhija Accounts Teachings, Issue of Shares and Debentures. Issue of Shares. Various terms used. 1. Authorized capital. It is the total capital authorized by the registrar of the company. It depends on the nature of the business. A steel company may be authorized in crores, whereas a normal manufacturing company may be in lakhs only. This will constitute in equity shares, preference shares, etc. Number 2, issued share capital. It is the capital amount a company has invited to general public to subscribe it. Third, subscribed capital. Number of share capital applied for by the general public. Fourth, oversubscription. When the number of applications received are more than the company has invited to the general public to buy its shares, the excess is called oversubscription. Undersubscription. When the number of applications received are less than the company intends to issue shares. Now practical sums. First is when full amount is taken on applications. A limited company invited applications for 1 lakh equity shares of 10 each payable full amount on application. It received applications for 1,20,000 shares. Give the journal entries. First is bank account debit, 2 shares application and allotment account. 12,000 into 10, 12 lakh. 12 lakh bank account debit, 2 share application allotment, 12 lakh. Since the applications are received for 1,20,000, so 1,20,000 into 10, how much it comes? 12 lakh. Being share application and allotment money received. Then the next entry is share application and allotment account debit 12 lakh. 2 share capital 10 lakh. 2 bank 2 lakh. Since we have oversubscription and full amount we are taking on application and allotment. So therefore the excess received on 20,000, 2 lakh will be returned back to the shareholder. Being subscription for 1 lakh shares transferred to share capital and the balance refunded. Issue for more than 80,000 shares. When the company has under subscriptions, suppose in the above case applications for 80,000 shares are received. In such a case, company cannot issue for more than 80,000 shares. So entry would be bank account debit 8 lakh, 2 share application and allotment account 8 lakh. Being under subscriptions, company wanted to issue 1 lakh shares, but it received only for 80,000 shares. Then share application, allotment account debit, 2 share capital 8 lakh. Because company has no other alternative to issue the shares in case of when shares are issued at installments. A limited company invited applications for 20,000 shares or ₹10 each payable. 5 on application, 3 on allotment and 2 on first and final call. Applications were received for 25,000 shares. X, who applied for 8,000 shares, was allotted 5,000 shares, and the excess received from him was adjusted into allotment. Y, who applied for 12,000 shares, was allotted 10,000 shares, and the rest was allotted in full, and his excess money received was returned. Give the necessary journal entries in the books of the company, assuming full amount was received. The bank account debit to share application account 1,25,000. Being share application money received. Next is share application account debit 1,25,000 to share capital 1 lakh, to share allotment 15,000, to bank 10,000. Since X applied for 8,000 shares, but he was allotted 5,000 shares, and his excess was adjusted into allotment. The two share allotment 3,000 into 5, 15,000. And as to Y, who applied for 12,000 shares, was allotted 10,000 shares, and he was refunded the amount on 2,000 shares. The two bank 10,000 shares. 10,000. Share application money on 20,000 share transferred to share capital, on 3,000 share adjusted into allotment, and on the other 2,000 shares amount refunded. Next is share allotment account debit to share capital 60,000, being share allotment due. Bank account debit to share allotment. Since 50,000 we have already transferred from application to allotment. So from 60,000 we will subtract 15,000. The balance amount of 45,000 will be received on allotment, being balance of share allotment received. Then share first call account debit to share capital, being share first call due. Then bank account debit to share first and final call 40,000, being share first and final call received. Now we are coming to the aspect of forfeiture and issue of shares. When a shareholder fails to pay, he is served with a notice of 14 days, and if still he fails to pay, his shares are forfeited. That is, his shares are cancelled and the amount paid by him is forfeited. It becomes non-refundable. Sometimes company wait for him till next stages to enable him to pay arrear amount on other stages. And if still he fails, he is served with the notice. When later on such shares are issued to some other person, it is called issue of shares. The loss on issue is charged from the amount forfeited on such shares. Loss on issue can never be more than the amount forfeited on such shares. For example, a limited forfeited 500 shares of his 10 each of X, on which he has paid rupees 3 per share for non-payment of allotment of 3 per share and first call of rupees 2 per share. Final call of 2 per share has not yet been made. Of the forfeited shares, 300 shares were reissued at ₹6 per share, 8 called up. Remaining shares were issued at 8 per share, fully paid up on the latter date. Give necessary journal entries for forfeiture and the issue of shares. Now share capital account debit 500 into 8. Number of shares into called up amount, that is 4000. 2 share forfeiture 500 into 3, 1500. 2 share allotment 500 into 3, 1500. 2 share first call 500 into 2, 1000. Being 500 shares of X forfeited. Then we are issuing 600 shares, that 300 shares at ₹6 per share, ₹8 called up. The bank account debit 300 into 6, 1800. Share forfeiture account debit 300 into 2, 600. 2 share capital 300 into 8, 2400. Then whatever shares we have reissued. How much share we have reissued? We have reissued 300 shares. We have forfeited on these shares ₹3 per share, and we are issuing at a loss of ₹2 per share. It means we have a gain of profit of ₹1 per share. On the issue of 300 shares, we will transfer to capital reserve 300, share forfeiture account debit to capital reserve 300. Because the shares have been reissued at separate date both, therefore as we reissue the shares at the same time, we will be transferring it to capital reserve on the shares issued. Then later on again we are issuing 200 shares, bank account debit 200 into 8. Here we are issuing at 8 per share, fully called up. The loss is 200 per share. Share forfeiture account debit 200 into 2, 400. 2 share capital 200 into 10, 2000. Then share forfeiture account debit to capital reserve 200. On this also, company has a gain of ₹1 per share. On 200 share, 200 amount will be issued to transfer to capital reserve. Being profit on issue of 200 shares transferred to capital reserve. Note: when all the forfeited shares are issued together, then the entire balance of forfeiture or the entire balance of profit on issue is transferred to capital reserve. But when in parts, as in the above case, proportionate amount is transferred to capital reserve on the shares reissued. Here the forfeited amount is 3 per share as paid by the shareholder on 500 shares, and loss on each case is 2 per share on reissue. Thus gain in each case is 1 per share, which has been transferred to capital reserve. If you like this video, kindly like, share and subscribe it. Thank you very much.